Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition number 9 Voyager class Ratchet, based on his appearance from the Transformers War for Cybertron video game with the addition of Devastation. I feel like now is the time to say that, because before that it was all just Transformers War for Cybertron, but now it's like with the Devastation Optimus Prime, it could also be from Devastation, but let's be honest here, this is a much cooler design than the G1 design, even though it's kind of emulating the G1 design, but still way better. So let's take a closer look at Ratchet. First of all, he is not fully accurate to the game. The backpack is not accurate, but outside of that, he looks really good. So let's take a look here at the head sculpt. He's got a nice head sculpt, nice crown that Ratchet is supposed to have. Man, I remember playing as Ratchet in that first mission of the Autobot campaign. He's also got some nice black here, some nice red here. I like the white and red here. Also, no red cross symbols because, you know, that's just not allowed anymore. I mean, I don't really think it was really ever allowed, but it's not allowed like that. So he's got the heartbeat thing instead. Also the nice hands here. Then as we move down here, we got some nice red here on the knees as well. And the feet that I kind of have a little bit of, I don't know, they're weird. Let's say that. I don't really have an issue with the feet, as in like he stands perfectly fine, see? He stands fine. It's just they feel awkward to handle when they're not actually all that awkward to handle. It's just they kind of just feel that way. It's weird for me to explain. And this is what he looks like from the back. Overall compacts pretty well. I do like how the whole legs assortment, like the transformation of the leg is fantastic in that sense where it's like, I mean, if you do something wrong, you're gonna pay for it. But outside of that, the way that it compacts everything, I love to see figures just like take a bunch of different things and just like hide it away somewhere in the legs. Here we have his backpack. That is basically just a you know, the front of the vehicle. But it hides away overall pretty well, and to be honest, even though it's not entirely accurate, I do actually like it. I'm not 100% against the backpack. I think it looks pretty cool. However, I will say that I cannot wait for the eventual Ironhide repaint that we are going to be getting, because that's basically what I'm excited about. But at least this time in Studio Series, we got Ratchet first, because in G1, we got Ironhide first, and then we got Ratchet. So overall, he is a good-looking figure, very white as he is supposed to be, and then the other colors really pop throughout. He also has some nice details here on the arm. Just notice that little detailing here as well. And also, on the hand, he has more of the heartbeat thing, which does look a little bit weird when these are his hands. It does look kind of strange, but it does not ruin the look at all. But that is not all, so let's move you off to the side so we can look at the weapon. Starting off, he comes with this big battle axe that can split into two, and it can do that because of holding purposes. But I love the black with the red. As you guys know, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know that I'm a fan of black and red together. And in order for him to hold it, you need to untap this to put the stick through his hand, and then take the axe and put it on top in order to finish off the look. So now he has his battle axe right here. Very nice looking. I don't know if it's accurate to the game's battle axe, because to be honest, it's just a quick like whaya, and then it just disappears. So I don't really know if it's really that accurate. I mean, Optimus Prime's battle axe is very easy to understand because he always had a battle axe. Ratchet is holding an axe. Kind of feels wrong. Let the doctor take care of that. The leg must come off. He'll just start chopping off legs. The doctor's in the house. But that's not all you get, because also you get this pretty cool looking weapon, which look, I'm not good with names. The weapon names I don't remember. But this is that weapon that can either heal an ally or just, also it can rotate, which is very nice. But it can either heal an ally or kill an opponent. And I remember Ratchet specifically using this, which by the way, he can hold with this. But he had this weapon specifically in order to heal Omega Supreme in that one mission where you just have to defend Ratchet. Ratchet, initially I was happy about you, but now I'm not necessarily happy about you. But also you can remove the arm as always with these Game Edition figures and then do that. But I am not too happy about you now, because I'm getting flashbacks of that stupid mission of just healing you. Well, where you just heal the thing, and it's just like a
Autobots, I can't work when I'm getting shot at.
Will you just shut it for 5 minutes? Let me take care of the gigantic brute with the big gun, please. And then I'll help you, okay? It was so annoying, that mission. But still, very nice looking. And just like they have done with last year's Gamer Edition figures, they actually give it a peg. It's a small one, but it's still a peg, so he can hold it in his hand for storage purposes. Big fan of that. Very, very big fan of that. I don't actually, let's see here. Can you, oh yes. As you can see right here, there's also a little opening that you can store this on his back. There you go. It seems to really only work one way for me. And the axe can also store on his back because of the slot right there. And then after that, let's see about the arm. Can that store on the back too? No. Doesn't really seem like there's an opening in the arm in order to store it on the back. So when you have the arm detached, I don't really know if you can actually store it on his back. Let's see here. It looks to be a small opening here. Yeah, no, that's not going to fit. Nope. That is the one thing I did like about the other Gamer Edition figures, where at least when you have the weapon equipped, you can store the the arm on him. But this time it does not happen, sadly enough. But still, he looks pretty cool with his weaponry attached, looking very nice. Also, it's difficult to do white figures on this with these lights because they make it look super white. He is not as white as he looks on camera. And to be honest, I kind of wish that he was. So let's get these weapons out of here so that we can get into the next segment, which is the posability segment, obviously. So his head can do basically a full rotation, except for the fact that his chin bumps into the back. But you can still get some good side-to-side action. His shoulder pads are on a hinge here, and also, as you can see in here, a ball joint as well. So they can move out of the way. This is also for transformation purposes, but they can move out of the way for the arm rotation, which you can fully rotate the arm. You got some in and out action here as well, a bend at the elbow and a swivel, some hand rotation as well. Because he has an X, he has to have that hand rotation. His waist can swivel as well. His legs can go forward, they can go backwards. Got that far. They can go in and out, the rotation down here, a bit of a swivel, and then a knee bend as well. And finally, he has ankle tilt, which in the open box video I thought he did not have, but that's because of the fact that this tabs in here. So you have to untab it in order to get it to fully rotate. But he does have ankle tilt as well, and his toe can move up and down for transformation purposes as well. So he has nice articulation here and there. You can get some good poses out of him. I can't because I'm not good at posing, but outside of that, I said specifically you. So you can get some good posing out of him. So then let's move you off to the side so we can get into size comparison. So let's bring in the boys. So here we have the other Gamer Edition figures plus Jazz as well. Can't wait for us to get a new one of him. He is one of the best 3 Gamer Edition game figures that I own. By the way. I do not have like the kickback or anything like that. I don't have any of them. I basically have Optimus Prime, Shockwave, and then Bruticus. So not much choice, but he'll be standing in. But overall, he doesn't necessarily look too bad with the Gamer Edition figures. Pretty much in scale with them as well, which is very nice. Outside of the arm gimmick, he's actually really good. And also the gap here at the neck. But overall, Ratchet looks very nice with his War for Cybertron and also Fall of Cybertron brethren. So let's get these guys out of here. Let's pull Ratchet in a little bit closer, and then let's get into that transformation. So to transform Ratchet into his vehicle mode, this is actually a pretty cool transformation, but you have to do it in the right order, or at least you have to get everything right. So starting off, you want to untap the backpack and then open up these flaps here, and just leave that out there for now. Then what you want to do is you want to lift up these shoulder pads, and then take the chest and untab it from back here and rotate it around. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate this so that this is facing this. So you basically just want to take this, basically get this aligned kind of like this. Just rotate it in all the way so that you have something like this. And then after that, you want to rotate this all the way and have this black part sit inside of the white part like so. There you go. Then what you want to do is you want to take the arms and you want to, as you can see, this red here is in hinge. You want to rotate this down. So do the same thing on the other side. Rotate this down. Do not untab the arm. Why did this have to happen? But you want to untab this. Rotate this so that, as you can see, there is a hole here that the tab here is going to slide into. So you basically want to take this, rotate this around, and then under here, align the tab with the hole by bending this inwards more so that you can kind of align it and tab that in like so. Do the same thing on the other side. So just bend it more like that, then go in and tab it in. After that, rotate the arms so that the wheels are facing the top, and then fold this down as well. And then, as you can see down here, there are 2 slots that are gonna slide into the arm hole, the big hole that is right here. So just do that on the other side as well, like so. There you go. We'll adjust things as we need to. And then we need to tab in the backpack. And the way that we do that is there are 2 tabs on the front here that are going to slide into the slot here and here. And then also you have a tab under here, as maybe you can see that. Let's see here. There's a tab right here that is going to slide into that slot right there. So basically you want to take this, tab that slot in first, then come to the front and tab the side parts in as well. That will kind of lock everything in here into place. Give it a good old-fashioned squeeze. There are more tabs, so squeeze it a little bit. Not too much, obviously. You don't want to break it, but squeeze it a little bit. After that, what you want to do is you want to do a nice little waist rotation and a leg rotation as well, because now we get to the difficult part. If you don't get everything right, this is where the difficult part happens. So what you want to do is you want to take this front piece, rotate it up, untab it, rotate it up. Then you want to take this, and it is on a double hinge, so you want to double hinge it outwards all the way. Then what you want to do is you want to take this piece here and just like, as you can see in here, rotate this up to get it out of the way. Then take this piece in here, undo it, and then there's a little slot here that is gonna that the tab in here is gonna slide into. So just want to take it, tab that in like so. Do the same thing on the other side. So undo this whole section, double hinge it outwards until it's aligned up and around. Undo this piece. What the hell? Like so. And then you just basically just want to tab that in, and then to finish this up, what you want to do is you want to bend it in here and rotate it around. And then it becomes an aligning problem. Now we have to align everything. So basically you want to align it so that this whole bit here lines up and have it sit like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes aligning things can be a little bit difficult, but there's like a perfectly groove here that this arm bit is going to sit inside of. So you just want to take it and just place it inside of here. Then after that, we can tap the back here together. Down here, it also will tap together, and then these pieces will also tap together. It is a bit involved with this transformation. After that, what you want to do, make sure that this is still aligned. You want to come in with this at an angle, because there is a tiny tab here that is going to slide under here. So you want to come in here at an angle and just push on this back piece while also making sure that it does not overshoot it. Like so. You basically just want to put that in there. Lift the toe up to align with that. Do the same thing on the other side. And then under here, there is a slot that the tab right here is going to slide into. So you just basically want to take it, tap this in here as well. Make sure that everything is aligned, and then when you are done here, we have Ratchet in his vehicle mode. So here we have Ratchet in his vehicle mode, looking very, very accurate to the game counterpart. I will say that with these vehicle modes, they have done a smashing job with all of them, but this one is by far fantastic. And also, probably my favorite. Beforehand, it was like Sideswipe, but of the Autobots, obviously. I'm not going to include Decepticons, but I will say this might actually be my favorite figure right now from Gamer Edition, which gives me a lot of hope for the Ironhide repaint. But let's just get in close here on the details. So starting off here, we have the roof. Very nice. Look at the nice details, the little vent things that we have here at the top. We got the nice window here, Autobot symbol right there at the front. We got some nice detailing here with some, like, it kind of looks like dark energon trying to creep through on this side. Not really on this side, but on this side. Maybe it's just the lighting, but on the camera it kind of looked like dark energon was coming through. We got some nice red here at the front. We also have some nice red here at the back. This is what he looks like from the back for patients that need to be healed, which is kind of like, okay, how are we going to get anyone in here anyway? But from the bottom, he does look like a bit of a mess. I also forgot to tap these bad boys together, but still, he looks like a bit of a mess, though, from the bottom, but that is how they always look from the bottom. But overall, he looks nice, he rolls nice. He actually has the legend of pinned wheels, which is always appreciated on figures, meaning that they can actually roll a lot better than the regular, you know, like wheel alignment that they do for other figures, like Optimus Prime, for example, who does not have pinned wheels. Nor does Sideswipe have pinned wheels. But Ironhide and, well, future Ironhide and Ratchet, they both certainly do, and I'm so happy about it. But he looks nice, he rolls nice. Now then, for the Legend of Weapon Storage. Kind of got a little bit confused there, because as you can see, this kind of forms one tab. So I thought that this was how it could also be stored. But sadly enough, the tab that it has kind of bumps into here, so that is not a possibility. So the only real storage method here is, as you can see here on the back, 2 slots, 2 tabs on the side. So just basically take this, tab it in like so, looking absolutely ridiculous. But if you really want to see something ridiculous, here we go. So as you can see, there are slots in here. One of these has to work. Let's see here. I'm gonna take it, tab, oh wait, no, these 2 tabs here at the top as well. Wow, okay. Are gonna slide into 2 slots here on the side as well. I did not notice that. I have never really done this before, but I did see it in the instruction booklet. But here we have the ridiculous weapon storage, which looks really stupid. So let's just take this off and move this off to the side. But overall, yeah, it's a good looking vehicle mode. Very nice looking, like a big mouse or something like that, you know. I mean, Bumblebee and Cliffjumper work better as mouses, but this one still kind of could pull off the mouse. It feels like nice in the hand. Like you click back, you click everything. But my mouse, I don't really think is all that big. Well, this one is kind of the size of my mouse, outside of the, like, the wide. Like, from side to side, it's not, but from front to back, it is kind of the length of my mouse. It's just funny. Anyway, then let's move straight into the next one, which will be SAS comparison. So I'll bring in the squad, Autobot squad. So here we have Ratchet with the rest of the Gamer Edition Autobots and Jazz as well. But the rest of the Gamer Edition Autobots looking very nice with them. He is big and beefy, but in a way still doesn't really outshine Optimus, which is absolutely perfect. I really love this figure. Was he worth the wait? No, but I do like the figure. So let's get the boys out of here. And as stated before, here he is next to Kit. And with before, I mean other reviews. As in, from now on, any review that I shoot from this point onwards will have Kit in every single size comparison. Which will also kind of give away which reviews I have already shot. Because there's a couple of reviews that I have already shot in case for backup. And I did need a bunch of backup waiting on this idiot. Finally, he's here. But yeah, it's gonna give away which ones do not have Kit in it. Get that one out of here. Let's pull Ratchet in closer and let's go into reverse transformation. So let's get good old Ratchet back into his robot mode. Starting off, we will start off with a little bit of an annoying part, and that is you kind of want to come under here. Let's see here. Where does this part start? Is it this still part of it? You want to untap this front piece, but this can be a little bit difficult. Right here. Go in from in here, I'll go in from in here, but you want to untap this and then rotate it backwards. That kind of starts freeing up some stuff. Come to the bottom, untap these pieces here as well. Rotate them forward and get them out of the way. After that, what you want to do is you want to untap the back assembly. If it wants to untap, sometimes it can be a little bit of difficulty though, to get everything here untapped. Come on. There we go. Untap that whole thing and then rotate these. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Rotate these around and get them kind of locked into place right there. Put this idiot back onto the place where it's supposed to go. There we go. But tap that in lock this. There you go. Then what you want to do is you want to fold this all the way up. Apparently when I was tabbing things in, that already happened. So basically what you want to do, you want to rotate this up. Fold it all the way up like so. Fold this piece here down and in. Rotate this in. However, this is on a double hinge, so make sure you double hinge it in like so. In order to get it all the way in and in place for location of tabbing, which is what this is going to be. 2 slots right here on the outside. These 2 slots will go in there, and there's other slots as well, but mainly get these 2 aligned, and that will kind of lock this whole thing into place. So do the same thing on the other side. This is kind of the thing that I had an issue with, which is why on initial transformation I did not really like Ratchet, because I could not really get this aligned, but that's because I forgot about this double hinge back here. But tap that in, get the toe ready, and then after that rotate the leg around like so. There we go. That is the annoying part fully done. Now then, let's move on to the top. So what you want to do is you want to take this piece here and untab it from in here. Rotate it backwards to get it out of the way. Then what you want to do is you want to take the arms and untab them from in there and rotate them out. Get these red pieces here inside of there. Red be gone. There you go. Rotate these all the way out like so, and also straighten them out. Then what you want to do is you want to take the shoulder pads here, rotate them out, rotate them around, and then leave them like that for now. Then double hinge this in, and then this red thing is gonna sit inside of this black thing like so. Tab it together as it should automatically kind of tab together. Rotate these pieces in. We'll come back to you later. Then after that, what you want to do is you want to make sure to get the arm rotated down and rotate it to the front. So rotate this down, rotate this to the front like so. Get the shoulder pads in their position over on top. Rotate the waist around like so. And then for the finishing touch, as you can see on here, there are 2 tabs. They're going to slide into 2 slots right there. So you basically want to take this, tab that in, make sure to get him standing straight. And here we have Gamer Edition Ratchet back in his robotic mode. So the final thoughts on Gamer Edition Ratchet. I like him. Initially, when I got him and transformed him for the first time, I was not a big fan of him at all. But that's because I did not know about the legs and the whole compressing that he does. That was the word I think that I was searching for the whole review. Compressing. But with compressing of the legs, all that stuff, I love to do that, but getting that done, the double hinge, you need to get that done right, otherwise things won't really work. But overall, this is a fantastic figure, I will say that. Big fan of it. The feet still feel a bit weird, and I cannot wait for the inevitable Ironhide that will be coming probably towards the end of the year for me, because of, you know, it's kind of how this works. I get figures way late because of the fact that this whole order was basically available at the latest in January, except for this guy. This guy right here, I could not get him at all, but he finally came in April, and now I have him, and I'm actually really happy about him. However, is he my favorite? That is a difficult question for me, because there are 2 figures that are right now fighting for that top spot. This one, obviously, and also this one. I'm a big fan of Gamer Edition Sideswipe, big fan. Knight Rider. But I'm a big fan of Gamer Edition Sideswipe, if I'm being honest here. And the fact that, you know, like, I don't think Ratchet really has it. Because also the weapon attachment is kind of annoying. Because it sits so close to the wheel, it sometimes kind of wants to pop out. It doesn't want to go in all the way, as you can see. You can see it right in there. It doesn't really want to go in all the way. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But, like, it does not really want to tab in all the way. Oh, I think you're actually supposed to put it in like this. Whoopsie. This one works perfectly. Alright, my issue has been entirely negated by the fact that I am just an actual idiot. So, we have officially gotten rid of the issue there. You're supposed to attach it with the wheel going in there. I did not realize that. I thought it could be just a rotation around, but this thing can still rotate. But I didn't know there was a specific way. Maybe I should have watched the review, but I did not want to get my opinion skewed about figures. That's why I don't really watch reviews of Transformers reviewers, because I don't want their opinion to kind of become my opinion, and I think he's great. So do I recommend him? Well, yes. However, I think I will recommend the Ironhide repaint just a little bit more. So I do recommend him, but I also recommend waiting for the Ironhide figure. But that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition number 9. Voyager class Ratchet. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!